Peace, love, harmony, and light. Grand Rising brothers and sisters, this is Chief Kalinago with another quick video. Man, I hope you guys are feeling great. I am feeling good. I'm kind of like in between good and great because I'm recuperating from a bug that I caught. And it seems like a lot of people are getting hit, with this bug, you know what I mean? So be very careful. I mean, trust me, it doesn't matter how big or strong you are. This thing is strong, but it's not stronger than you because it tried to take me down, but I was fighting it, man. Drinking lots of bush tea and, lots of fluids and soups. And I'm getting back. But it felt like it wasn't just an attack on my immune system, but it attacked, my body, man. I'm talking about like, it feels like it want to get to your heart, and different parts of your body. But I had to shut that down. So, like I said, I'm between good and great. So I'm like about 95% back, but I'm feeling great. So once again, please take care of yourself. And it just goes to show again that we need to go back to, our natural remedies, go back to the land, grow our foods because, man, I'm telling you, there's going to be some catastrophic times coming. I personally believe, that there's also a famine that's going to come, where it's going to be a shortage of food. So get into the habit of learning to grow your own food, even if you have an apartment, do microgreens, we're going to have to find ways, to sustain ourselves when this thing finally comes around. All right. So with that being said, though, what I really want to talk to you guys about is, you have to look out for the people that's around you that are put in place to keep us disenfranchised, okay, to keep us nationless, to keep us lost. Now, I have given you guys code words, clues as to how you could spot an agent. Anyone on YouTube, on Facebook, Instagram that claims to be a teacher, a lecturer, teaching people knowledge, okay, and they are constantly calling you black, that's a code word for agent. They are agents. Okay. Now I know a lot of you get caught up and love people's personalities and, give them this celebrity status, and you get caught up in not knowing or not seeing their true nature and what they were put in place for. These people were specifically targeted to put in place because they have a broad reach of the so-called black men and women. All right. And they are paying them to keep you lost and nationless. So code word black. Anybody who keep calling you black. All right. And they claim to be a lecturer or a teacher, that is an agent. Okay. African American. Code words. Again, agents. They are working for the system. They are working on behalf of the colonizers. Niggers. Anybody who keep calling you a nigger. They are working on behalf, whether they know it or not, they are working on behalf of the colonizers. That is just a fact. Like I said, I deal with facts and not feelings. If you claim to be working and fighting and trying to enlighten your people, then why would you want to call them black? You know what I'm saying? Why would you want to call them dead within law? No, that it just doesn't add up. But again, people get caught up in emotions and personalities, and they tend to not see the true nature of that individual. Okay? So be very mindful. This is not a game. And I'm telling y'all, within the next year or two, you guys are gonna go through some things, and it's gonna be sad because a lot of people are not paying heed. A lot of people are not taking the proper steps, all right, to get their affairs in order. My brothers and sisters, stop being 14th Amendment citizens. Okay? I'm telling you, you don't exist. You don't exist. The United States is a corporation. I mean, you guys know this. So if you're a citizen of the United States, what does that mean? You're a citizen of a corporation. You only exist on paper. So when you call yourself a United States citizen, what rights do you have? Yes, you have the right to go to jail. You have the right to get arrested. You have the right to get tickets, summons, citations. You have the right to be abused in courts. You know why? Because you have no rights. The only right that you have is the right to get arrested, the right to go to jail, the right to be pulled into courts, the right for CPS to come take your children, the right to get tickets. Okay? Those are the only rights that you have. But you don't have any human rights. Okay? So all I could do is just bring you the information. Like I said, I'm not even 100%, but I just couldn't wait to come back, because I was coughing a lot, and, doing videos and coughing. And to me, that's just not cool at all. So I was, just definitely meditating on a speedy recovery and getting rid of this bug. You feel me? But I couldn't wait to come back to talk to you, because this is what I love. This is my passion. But it saddens me that people could just live their life and don't care about their status. You know what I mean? Don't care whether, today or tomorrow you could just end up in a legal situation. Okay? Not a lawful situation, but a legal situation. And before you know it, it's costing you thousands of dollars, or you're going to jail because of the lack of knowledge. So at what point are you going to take the responsibility and realize that anything and everything that happens to you, it's your fault? It is not the system's fault. The system is always going to be the system. It don't matter where you go in the world. A McDonald's is a McDonald's. A Burger King is a Burger King. Okay? The playing field is always the same. What changes? Only the players. Right? The NFL is always the NFL. But what changes? Only the players. The NBA is always the NBA. But what changes? Only the players. So my brothers and sisters, the system is always the same. They are not going to fix it because to them it's not broken. It's working for them. But what has to change is the players, the people. And when the people change, the system will change. That's the only way it's going to change. You have jobs, and your job is taking away all your damn money, but yet still paying taxes is voluntary. So if paying taxes is voluntary, why would I want to give these people my money? It's mine. It's my property. But it seems like people just don't give a damn because they just too distracted, man. Our babies are suffering. Our elders are suffering. And look at it from another perspective. We are the original people of the land. They should be paying us, not we paying them. But when you have a people that's lost, disenfranchised, they don't know who they are, that is what happens. Brothers and sisters, you are dead within law. And I'm not mad at you, okay? I'm not mad at you for a lot of you who can't see this. It's called cognitive dissonance. I get it, okay? It doesn't matter what you hear or see or get the proof. Guess what? You're not going to do a damn thing about it. So this video is not for you. This is for those who know and are ready to take action, or those who are kind of like on the fence. I know something is wrong, but I just don't know what it is. Well, this is what it is. like I told y'all before, you don't have a birth date. Okay? They tell you, well, your birthday is X and X. No, that's not your birthday. That is the birth of an event. Okay? They recorded the event of your manifestation. Okay? That's not talking about date of birth. No. You were actually born when the sperm meets the egg. That's when you're actually born. But the birth they're talking about is not no, that's something else. The birth they're talking about is like when a ship comes into a port. It's birthed. It's coming from the water. Okay? And in the manifesto, they have to have a certificate to show that ship, that ship came in. So it's done on bond paper. It's the same thing like the birth certificate. It's just an event that was recorded. So we have to get away from the European concept of things, the way they think, the things they do. It is not organic to us. It's not natural. All right? Anything that's organic cannot thrive in an atmosphere that wasn't meant for it to be. It's not going to work. And that's why we're not striving, because we are in a system that's not conducive to who we are by nature. So we are at a disadvantage. But once again, it is up to you. It's a voluntary system. Nobody's forcing you to do it. No, you do it yourself. It comes out of your own mouth. Oh, I'm proud to be black. Oh, I'm African American. Nobody's forcing you to say that. But it's because of that foolish pride that they have taught you to be just a color. And that's a problem. So, family, it is time. It is time to take back who you are. Okay? Take back who you are. Yes, they will force us to assimilate, because that's their goal, to take over everything that's ours. Take it. Even get rid of us by calling us Africans, and now they're getting ready to send y'all to Africa in 2019. And a lot of y'all are going to get caught up with that, because you think, instead of me stepping up to be responsible, oh, I'm going to go to Africa and just chill. No, you're not going to chill, because you're going under contract. You're going to be a slave, and not just a mental slave, but a physical slave. Trust me, the grass is not greener on the other side. Okay? It is not. So stop being a 14th Amendment citizen. Stop it. They have made people persons, legal persons, and they have made property persons as well. So you have to realize what's going on. These people are very slick. They're evil. They are truly the devils. And when I say they, it's a system. Okay? Babylon. So leave that whore alone. Okay? Leave her alone. Get out of her. On another note, we are going to Washington on November 2nd. And it's time for the Aboriginals to step up, okay? You have had so-called black people going to Washington, and just, just going around and they don't accomplish anything. Well, it is time for a different approach. It is time for the right approach. It is time for the American Aboriginals to go to Washington, D.C. with our feathers, with our indigenous attire. So November 2nd, we are going to D.C. All right. Now we have some particular business that we got to take care of, but We need brothers and sisters that's going to be in the streets. No, this is not a protest. Okay? No, that's not what it is. But we are going to make a statement. We need to get international coverage, all right, as to show these people that we are still here. We never left. And what's better way to do it than go to Washington, D.C., where all the election is hot in the air. Cameras will be there. We need to set the precedence. We need to set that stage. Okay? So for all those of you who are interested in going, send me an email. My email is in the link below. All right? Like I said, we have some personal business to deal with. That will be dealt with. All the people who are designated to deal with that, they will be dealing with that while others will be in the streets. Okay? A couple of things we're going to do. We're going to do spiritual rituals. We're going to bring sage, and we're going to sage out DC. We're going to bring our ancestors down. It is time. So a lot of you talk about it. Well, let me see if you're going to be about it. Like I said, talk is cheap. So are you ready to take action? Are you ready to stand up? Well, put your action behind your words. November 2nd, we are going to DC. Send me an email if you want to go. Because there are people in different territories that are already going, and you guys could get together, get a van, carpool, whatever, and let's go to DC. It is time. Everyone is taking a stand in our own land. It's about time the American Aborigines stand up. Feathers up. It is time. Let them know we are here. Let them know we never came. We've always been here. And we ain't going a damn place. So that whole Africa bullshit, they better get the fuck out of here with that. Okay? But we got to make sure the people hear this. Okay? Let them hear it. We got to reach out to, we have to get a wider reach. And I believe that's one of the ways we could do it. Get some public attention. Time to stand up. All right? So brothers and sisters, get your affairs in order. That's what grown people do. All right? Stop being a slave. Stop being property. Stop it. So once again, my email is in the link below. For all those of you who are ready to move forward, get your affairs in order, proclaim who you are. You have to let them know. Okay? So get your paperwork in order. That's number one. And number two, November 2nd, we go into DC. Let's go, man. We need at least 500 of us out there. I mean, more would be great. The more, the merrier. But at least 500 aboriginals with feathers and our indigenous attire. Saging Washington down. Calling our ancestors. It's time. Let's do this. Let's do this. All right? Like I said, I'm not about just the talking. I'm about doing. We could stay here all day and talk. But what's going to be done? Talking is like having faith. Without works, it's dead. We got to put the action, the work in. Okay? So once again, my email is in the link below. Stop being a voluntary slave. Stop being a 14th Amendment citizen. Stop being the citizen of a corporation. You don't exist. And look out for the agents. Anytime you hear them calling you black, call them out. You're an agent. Call them out. Don't be afraid. Call them out. It is time. All right? Anyway, you guys have a blissful day. And I'm out. Chief Kalanago once again. Like I said, I'm between good and great. But I will be great soon enough. I'm going to drink some more tea. And I believe I'll be just fine. I appreciate you guys. Love you guys. Peace.